and welcome to a live stream series of Mountain Blade Warband. I already have a save that I'll probably be playing on my own time, just whenever, so I don't have to completely restart, because I like that character. So, let's make a new character. Welcome, adventurer, to Mountain Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics, are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a female character, or one who is not a noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if not more challenging, early game. But I'm a male, so I gotta stick with, You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was an improvised noble, traveling merchant, a veteran warrior, a hunter, a steppe nomad, or a thief. A veteran warrior. Actually, no. A hunter. You were the son of a family who lived off the woods, doing whatever they needed to make ends meet. Hunting, woodcutting, making arrows, even a spot of poaching whenever things got tight. Winter was never a good time for your family, as the cold took animals and people alike. But you always lived to see another dawn, though your brothers and sisters might not be so fortunate. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a page at nobleman's court, craftsman's apprentice, shop assistant, street urchin, or a stepchild. Shop assistant. As a boy growing out of childhood, you appreciated to a wealth. Let me recite that. As a boy growing out of childhood, you apprenticed to a wealthy merchant, picking up the trade over years of working shops and driving caravans. You soon became adept at the art of buying low, selling high, and leaving the customer thinking they'd got the better deal. Then as a young adult, you changed, as it always does. Then, as a young adult, life changed, as it always does. You became a squire, a troubadour, a university student, good peddler, a smith, or a game poacher. I'm gonna be game poacher. Though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. Dissatisfied with common men's desperate, decided to help yourself to its bounties. Law be darned. You hunted stags, boars, and geese, and sold the precious meat under the table You cut down trees right under the watchmen's noses and turned them into firewood that warmed many freezing homes during winter. All for a few silvers, of course. But soon everything changed. You decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was personal revenge, loss of a loved one, wanderlust, being forced out of your home, lust for money and power. I'm gonna go for wanderlust. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. You're not even sure when your home became a prison. When the familiar became mundane, but your dreams of wandering have taken over your life. Whether you yearn for some faraway place, or merely for the open road and the freedom to travel, you could no longer bear to stay in the same place. You simply went and never looked back. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. Is my mic even on? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Just to make things more me, because I can. That was probably loud. I accidentally hit my mic with my controller. Let's go for 2 intelligence, just so I don't have 5 intelligence and I look absolutely retarded to everyone that I talk to. And let's go to charisma, because charisma I found is very useful. Even though this may not be the first time playing this. There's a dog next to me playing with his toy. Prisoner management, leadership. Trade. Power strike. Let's at least put 1 in that, and let's at least put 1 in that. And because I like using one-handed weapons and polearms. One-handed weapons and polearms. Those are the ones I'm going to be using. Probably won't use a shield. I might use a shield for like sieges and such like that if I want to take over a castle or something and use it as my own. I'll probably use a shield for that so I can block arrows. Even though this face looks nothing like me, it's just the complete default face, I'm just gonna use it anyways because I can. Because I don't feel like doing all of this crap over here. Yeah, no. Let's call that good. You hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms, battling each other for supremacy. A haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, and willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. The internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to crap. Am I still on air? Am I still recording? Let me check. It says I am. Yeah. I'm still alive. Yay! Okay. Good. Okay. Where'd I leave off? In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key of your own destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventures will await you, drawn by the stories you hear about Coloradia and its kingdoms. I'm gonna take a ship to Sargoth in the Kingdom of the Nords. You took passage with a trading longship carrying gear falcons? Whatever. From the furthest reaches of the north to bartered and linen and wool. To be bartered for linen and wool. It sailed early in the season, but the master reckoned that the risks of drifting ice and later winters storms could be justified by arriving ahead from the sea raiders, who by April would be sailing forth from the land layers to ravage Calradia's coasts. It was some relief when your ship came in sight of the delta of the Vile and Bullock rivers, and a short while later rode past tidal flats and coastal marshes to the city of Sargoth, home to the sea raiders, distant kinsmen, the Nordic lords, who a few generations ago had carved themselves a kingdom in this rich but troubled land. You were exhausted by the time you find the end in Sargoth and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out into the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs on your neck at end, and the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. I'm a little dizzy, a little lightheaded. Guess what? That's what I get. Ah, shoot. Ouch. Did I just say ouch when I hit him in the face? That works. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive. At any rate, I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. It's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows, he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here we don't know who's listening. The merchant takes you to his house, Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the streets, and then finally convinced you have not been followed. Comes near you to speak. Now, let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands on these hills, driven to banditry by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers. Fewer men can keep eye on the streets, but I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helped them enter unnoticed, and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking. A lad from a prominent house, out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here, and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse. But he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking you can't protect your investments either. And I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Calradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? I am interested. Because, well, it's the only mission that it's money. If I don't do this mission, I don't get paid. So I have to do the mission. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try and take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted. I'll warrant you'll first want to round up a group of volunteers. There's always a few lads in the villages around here looking for a bit of work. That's more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay them. So, take this purse of 100 dinars. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go round to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I reckon you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Very good. I'll go collect some men from around the villages. Good. You can find more men again in the tavern. You can find me again in the tavern here in Sogoth after you got your group together. Then we'll speak about what we do next. You have taken your first quest. Yeah, yada yada. Yeah. I know how to do this. This isn't my first rodeo. So let's go here first and collect some.
The gods will decide your fate.
I will drink from your skull. I'm not afraid of you. I will fight. Oh my god, that's so stupid! Ouch! No! Shoot! God dang it! Your enemies take you prisoner. So that's the start of this. Are you kidding me? God dang it. This is...
That's a nice head you have on your shoulders.
Where are these people coming from? This is so stupid. Let's go here first. Recruit some volunteers. Holy crap, that's a lot of volunteers. Yay! Just checking the window, making sure nobody walks in on me. Well, I'm
Talking for raiding.
Are you kidding me? I can't do anything! I'll lose a lot of morale in these things. This is too much for me. Okay. This is fine. I just have to go slowly and avoid all sea raiders at all costs. Nope. No, I don't need to. If I hire any more men, then the looters will get away from me before I can even. Okay. Farmer. That's not him. Matheld? Didn't he say he was going to be... Ah, there he is. Splendid work. You've hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, travelers entering Sorgoth have told us that there is a small group of robbers lurking on the outside of town. I suspect that they are all from the same band, the one that took my brother. Hunt them down and defeat them, and make them disclose the location of their lair. Very well. I will hunt for bandits. The bandits will be right outside the city. Should be. Band of robbers, they're there. What do you want? I've been looking for you. Tell me where you keep your prisoners, and I'll let you go. Ha! Prisoners? Ha! Those prisoners are only going free if you pay the ransom. Did you bring any silver? No, but I brought steel. I'm also not good with the whole command setup because there's so many things that I have to go through. There's so many things. I don't know what things I'm trying to speak of, but things that I have to... So many menus, that's the word I'm looking for. Hey, spare me. Spare my life. Let me go. I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade, and you'll never hear of me again. I'll spare your life, but in exchange I want information. Either you or your mates kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding them. Tell me where you're hiding him. And give me your word that you'll stop troubling the people of these parts, and you can go free. Am I still alive? Yes, I am. Good. Oh, bless you. Bless you. We've done the lad no harm. We've been keeping him in our hideout near Ambeen. I'll describe the area nearby in detail, and there's no mistaking it. Just take all of it. Yay! Soldiers ready for upgrade. Yay! 1 soldier. Let's go for an archer. Sell some stuff. Hopefully some of it's better than what I'm wearing now. 10, 12, yeah, that works. That is better than what I'm wearing. 7, 10, 7, stones, butcher knife. Wait, did I sell the furs? Yeah. I'll sell them, just so I have the money. Because I don't know what else to use with them. Head back. Leave. Is my mic on? Hopefully. I could just test it by... checking the live stream myself. There we go. Yeah, it works. It's very delayed, but it works. My glasses. Killing me. I don't think I've shown my face on camera since I got glasses, but I got glasses. Wait, where did you say it was gonna... what? Right here. Okay. How long have I been going for? I need to start setting some kind of stopwatch or something so I know how long I'm recording. Or streaming, so to speak. Let's attack the hideout. This will be uploaded afterwards, so maybe I can... so maybe people will actually watch this. Which is why I made a full-on intro to this live stream. I'm still getting used to the controls on this. Oh, there's a guy there. He's throwing stones at me. No, he's mine! God dang it! They beat me to the punch and I was already shooting at him. Nice! Hit him in the shin. At least killed someone. Thank you, sir, for rescuing me from those fiends. Did my brother in Sorgos put you onto that track? Yes, I told them that I would find you, and I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can. And be careful on the road. With their retreat cut off, the looters fall one by one to your determined attack. Their hideout and their ill-gotten gains is now yours. Let's just take it all. Because why the heck not? 10, 21, 24. 21, 21, 21. Okay. Not a huge fan of axes. Huh. 1 leg armor over my 12. Let's switch that out. There we go. It works. Soldiers are ready for upgrade. Let's make 1 footman and 1 huntsman. I don't think right now this really matters, but I like putting things in order. And I don't think there's any way to fast forward on the PS4 version of this. Or I would. Believe me, I would fast forward through this if I knew how. Because this is just a pain, watching your horse go from point A to point B. It's a huge pain. Wandering Scald. I don't really care about this. Frick. That is all. No. That is all. Can you teach me a poem? Yay! Because who knows when you'll need a poem to seduce some girl. I don't think seduce is the right word. What are you looking at? I'm sorry. I'm not sure. Some sort of animal, clearly. Excuse me. Please accept my apologies. Yeah, I'll go for the first one. I'll wipe that smirk off your face. Ouch! Why are we up here now? Well, let's say he started it. That entitles you to his sword and purse. I suppose I have a drink on the house, as a... dare say you've saved a patron or two a broken skull. Still, I hope he still has a pulse. It's not good for an establishment to get a name as a place where men are killed. Better him than me. Ransom broker. I don't have any slaves to sell to him. Well, my brother is home safe, and Not sure what to do with... I'm not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to a university or something outside Calradia. That way, if he gets knocked on the head in a street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. But that's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. The money is most welcome, and I am glad to have been of service. Good. Now, are you interested in making some more? Possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you that the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The captain of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit these merchants were making from trade across the frontier, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to commerce, he failed to realize the great profit only comes with great risk. So he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities, and of course his caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seemed our captain turned into a villainy to recoup his fortune. I suppose I'd do the same if the heavens forbid. If the heavens forbid I ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, in your watch, Captain Worth, his salary will have a few thieves and robbers on his payroll. To inform the rest, but our captain decides to employ these wholesale. He brings them into the town, lets them do as they will, and takes a share of their take. You've heard of poachers turning in gamekeepers. Well, in the unfortunate land of Calradia, sometimes gamekeepers will turn poachers. Luckily, there are still a few brave, honest souls in the watch who've told me how he works. Now, here's my plan. I could bring this to the attention of King Ragnar, Lord of the city, but that would mean an inquiry. My word against the captains and witnesses can be bought and evidence destroyed, or maybe the whole thing would be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again. And all I'll get for my trouble is a knife in the ribs. In time of war, you see, a king's eye wanders far from his domain, and his subjects suffer. So I've got another idea. I've got a small group of townsfolk. Together, some men in my employ, and some others who've lost relatives to these bandits. And we'll storm the captain's home and bring him in chains before King Ragnar. Hopefully with a few captured bandits will explain how things stack up. All I need now is someone to lead my little army into battle. I can't think of anyone better than you. So what do you say? How do you know that you're telling me the truth? Well, I suppose that's possible if I found a dozen bandits who were willing to give their lives to give a passing stranger a false impression of life in old Sargoth. I guess you can't really know if my word is good, but I reckon you've learned that by now that my money is good, and there's another 100 dinars, or maybe a bit more. That's waiting for you. You'll do me the last little favor. So what do you say? I'll lead your men. Splendid! It's been a long time since I've staked so much on on a single throw of the dice, and frankly, I find it exhilarating. My men are ready to move on your word. Are you ready? Give them the time. Good. Now, strike hard, strike fast, and the captain and his henchmen won't know what hit him. What hit them, not him. May the heavens be with you. You leave the tavern and go out to the streets. Nervous-looking young men are waiting in every street corner. You can see they have daggers and clubs concealed under their clothes, and catch a mixture of fear and anticipation and pride. And the quick looks they throw at you as you pass by, praying that your enemies have not been alarmed by this all too obvious bunch of plotters. You check your weapons for one last time and prepare yourself for the action ahead. It's time, lads! Up and at 'em! Ooh, I leveled up. Man, she's good. Now she's unconscious. She's just punching people across the face. The remaining few bandits scatter off to the town's narrow alleys, only to be hunted down one by the angry townsfolk, making sure that your victory is complete and that all of the wounded have been taken care of. You and the merchant head to his house and review the day's events. Ha! Well done! I saw that at least 3 of the enemy go down before you. Keep fighting like that and you'll make quite a name for yourself in this land. Unfortunately, about 8 of my lads got themselves wounded. I should go look on them. Let every villain learn the name. Yes, yes. Now, a couple of my boys have the watch captain pinned down in a back room with a knife at his throat. I'll need to drag him before King Ragnar and explain what this breach of the peace is all about. You don't need to be part of that, though. I'll tell you what. If all goes well, I'll meet you in the tavern again shortly, and let you know how it all came out. If you don't see me in the tavern, but instead see my head on a spike over the city gate, I'll assume you know enough to stay out of town for a while and forget this whole episode ever happened. So, hopefully we'll meet again. I still on air? Yes, I am. So with this being all said and done, I'm gonna leave this stream here. I hope you guys liked it. It was fun for me. I had a lot of fun. If you did, please subscribe. Leave a like. Comment what I can do better. And I will see all you in the next one.